Hey everyone, so I just received the package containing the MacBook Pro 16-inch. I ordered it from Power Mac and it just arrived today, so join me in unboxing this, and then later on I'm going to tell you some of the features and the process of how I ordered it from Power Mac Education Solutions. So let's go ahead. Okay, so this is the official box. Initially it was just from the courier stock, so now let's remove this thing. And let us take out, since it's so happy. Okay, so here it is, the MacBook Pro 16-inch, and I got the one in space gray. So the configuration that I got was the 8-core Intel Core i9 with 16 megabytes shared L3, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and 1 terabyte of storage. So let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so again, this is the space gray color. So let's put the laptop to one side for a minute and let's look at what's inside the box. So in here we have some paperwork where included inside are the space gray Apple stickers as well. Here we have the charging cable. This is USB-C, and we have the very huge charging brick. So that's basically everything that's included within the package. So let's go ahead and set up the laptop, and I'll be right back once everything is set up. Okay, so I've already set up everything. So again, this is the MacBook Pro 16 in space gray. So I just wanted to discuss the process of how the ordering was for Power Mac Center. Specifically for the education pricing. I don't want to do like a run through of the specs because there's a lot of unboxing on YouTube already, so you can check those out. And I'm not really into the technical stuff just because I want to focus on how I be using it as my daily driver. So let's talk about how much I purchased it. So it's actually priced at $146,300 plus $2,000 for shipping. That's door to door to the province. So if you're from Manila, it's going to be a lot cheaper, but in total, it's going to be $148,300 for me since I live in the province. So the configuration that I got was a MacBook Pro 16-inch with an 8-core Intel Core i9 processor. With a 16 gigabyte memory, and the storage is 1 terabyte. So basically, I'm not really sure if you can configure other specs of the laptop, but this was really okay for me, so I didn't really bother like asking whether the processor could be upgraded or the memory could be upgraded to 8 terabytes, because as you know, it comes in 1, 2, 4, or 8 gigabyte configuration. So this is the one that I got for that amount. Okay, so if you actually visit the website of Power Mac, you're going to see the pricing for the 16-inch to be $165,990, and that's without education pricing. And if you go to the website of Apple Philippines, you're going to see that the pricing for the configuration that I have would be $153,990. Okay, so you really get a huge discount when you go to the education pricing for Power Mac compared to the education pricing of the Apple website. And another downside when you order on the Apple website is that the delivery time is usually a month after your order. So let's walk through the process of how exactly it is different compared to ordering from the Apple website. So the process is basically you need to log in to the Viber community. I'm going to include the link to their Viber Education Solutions so that you can chat with a lot of their sales representatives where you can ask questions about the configuration that you want, whether you can spec up to 8 terabytes, because again, like I said, I only am satisfied with a 1 terabyte configuration similar to the one on the Apple website. So once you're done asking questions about the configuration, they're going to ask for an ID. They're going to process it by using, they're going to process it and show you a PDF file. And what they're going to ask for is an ID. So the ID doesn't necessarily have to be yours, as long as it's going to be an ID of a student or a teacher, regardless, as long as they're working in a school with an ID number, then you're good to go. One thing that you need to remember though is that when you're going to order, the name of the person on the ID is going to be the name on the receipt of your Power Mac purchase. So that's not going to interfere with your warranty. You just need to bring it with them. Anyway, it's the serial number that counts whenever you're going to bring it up for warranty. So that's the only kind of ID that they would allow. It's school ID, so teacher, faculty, or anyone working in a school. So it could be a public school, it could be a private school, it doesn't really matter. So I made the order last May 29, and what happens is usually the process of the PDF would take 2 to 3 days. Okay, so after I received the processed order, I then made the payment on June 4. So from the date of your payment, that's going to be the start of the 7 to 10 day count of when the shipping is going to happen. So again, I made the order on May 29, I made the payment on June 4, and then I received the item from LBC door-to-door shipping on June 15. So it was roughly around 8 days before it got to me. The reason for this, based on the agent that I spoke with, is that they usually wait for the orders to pile up so that LBC would be picking it up all at the same time. So I guess that's the reason for the 7 to 10 day delivery. So for me, that's not a big deal because I still have a working laptop before I made this order. So I think those are just some of the things that you need to remember, so that you would have the right expectations set when you're going to order from Power Mac Center Education Solutions. So it's pretty plain and simple. If you're from Manila, it's actually a lot easier because they do allow pickups. So the only branches of Power Mac that they allow the pickups to happen would be in Green Hills or the one in Greenbelt 3. So if you're willing to pick it up from those branches, then it's going to be free of charge, and you can also pay using your credit card or debit card. So that's another thing. I think one of the things that you need to be aware of whenever you join the community on Viber is that you're not going to be able to chat with any one of them on the group chat itself. All you need to do is to send a private message. That's one of the things that a lot of people get shocked about when they instantly join the community. So the admin that I spoke with is RB. So the ones who are the admin are the ones with a star on their name. So they are the only ones that you're allowed to make any transaction. Cool. So yeah, that was my experience with RB. I highly recommend him because he's very knowledgeable with the specs of the laptop that I ordered, and I'm pretty much sure that he's going to be very knowledgeable about anything that's under the education pricing for Power Mac Center. So this is my experience. I'm going to probably give you an insight of how the experience was transitioning from Windows to Mac after about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if there are any struggles or whatever. So I'm going to let you know. So thanks for watching my video. Like this video if you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to send it to the comment section, and you can subscribe to my channel for future content regarding my experience using this specific laptops.